Welcome to Scary Stories in Easy English. Tonight's story has frightened people for centuries.
Step 1.
Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the World. I'm Sophia.
And I'm James. Good to be here. Or maybe not so good, depending on what tonight's story brings.
Tonight, we travel far. We go to India, a land of color, heat, ancient temples, and deep, deep forests.
And incredible food. Just putting that out there.
James,
Right, sorry. Forests, ancient temples. Got it.
India is a country with thousands of years of history. The traditions are rich, the beliefs are powerful, and the legends go back further than most of us can imagine.
And tonight's legend is one of the darker ones, right?
Very dark. Tonight, we talk about the Chudail.
The Chudail. I've heard that name before. It didn't make me feel good when I heard it.
That's a natural reaction. The Chudail is one of the most feared figures in South Asian folklore. In Hindi, the word carries weight. It carries dread.
What kind of creature are we talking about?
The Chudail is the ghost of a woman, but not just any woman. A woman who died in pain, a woman who was not treated well during her life, a woman whose grief turned into something darker.
That's honestly kind of heartbreaking before it's even scary.
That's exactly the feeling. Tonight's story carries sadness and fear together. You can't fully separate them.
So this isn't just a monster story. There's something deeper underneath.
There always is with the best legends. The Chudail is terrifying, but when you understand where that fear comes from, it hits differently.
I already feel something in my chest, like a small, cold weight.
Good. That means you're paying attention.
Or I'm just scared.
Both can be true at once. Now, before we begin, a question for you, our listeners. Have you ever felt watched, not by a person, not by an animal, just a feeling, a presence behind you in the dark?
Oh, I hate that question, because the answer for me is yes, absolutely yes.
Most people have felt that at least once, that cold awareness, that feeling that something is near.
And you always turn around, right? You always look, even though part of you really doesn't want to.
Keep that feeling with you tonight, because the Chudail, she knows that feeling too. She uses it.
Okay, I'm ready, I think. Actually, no, I'm not, but let's go anyway.
Let's begin.
Step 2.
The village had no name for what happened to Mira. They only knew she was gone.
Gone how?
She died young. She was barely 20. She had married into a family in a small village near the edge of a great forest in northern India. Her husband's family was cold. They did not treat her well. She worked every day from before the sun rose until long after it had set. She had no one to talk to, no one to comfort her.
That's already difficult to hear.
And then she became pregnant. She hoped, everyone hoped, that a child would change things. But Mira never met her child. She died during labor, alone, without kindness around her.
Oh.
The tradition in Indian tradition, a death like this is the most tragic kind. A young woman, unfinished, unresolved. Her spirit did not move on. It could not. The grief was too heavy. The anger was too deep. She became a Chudail.
And the Chudail, she stays near the place she died.
Near the place, yes. Near the edge of the forest, where light and darkness meet. The villagers began to notice things at night. A smell of something sweet near the forest path. Too sweet. Wrong.
Like something trying to seem normal but not quite getting it right?
Exactly. And then, the sounds. A soft voice, a woman's voice, calling out names, always at night, always from just inside the trees.
Did anyone follow it?
One man did, a young man from the village, a farmer named Arjun. He had a good heart, but not much caution. He heard the voice one evening. He told himself it was a neighbor. He told himself it was nothing.
Classic mistake.
He walked toward the trees, and there, at the edge of the forest, he saw her. A woman in a white cloth, long dark hair. Her back was turned to him.
Her back.
The Chudail is often described with her feet turned backward. Her heels face forward. Her toes point behind her. When you look at her from the back, you cannot tell. But if she turns, if she faces you, the fear is total.
I don't want her to turn.
Arjun called out, "Who are you?" The figure did not answer, but she moved, slowly, deeper into the trees, and Arjun followed.
Why? Why would he follow?
Because he felt something pull him, not fear, something softer, like recognition, like memory, like he had always known her.
That's the most frightening part of this whole thing.
He walked deep into the forest. The village sounds faded behind him. The trees closed in, and then the figure stopped, and slowly she began to turn.
No.
Arjun ran. He ran harder than he had ever run. Branches cut his arms. The darkness was total, but he kept running. He didn't stop until he fell through his own doorway and landed on the floor.
He made it?
He made it, but he never spoke clearly about what he saw when she turned. He only said one thing. He said her face was grief, just grief, nothing else. A grief so old and so heavy it had become a face.
That's going to stay with me for a long time.
The village placed protective symbols at every doorway after that. Turmeric on the threshold, iron nails above the windows. They knew the Chudail was near, and they knew that if she called your name again, you must not follow.
You must not follow.
No matter how familiar the voice, no matter how warm it sounds, you do not follow.
Step 3.
Let's look at 5 expressions from tonight's story. These are all useful in everyday life, not just in ghost stories.
Though ghost stories are a perfectly valid context for all of them.
The first expression is move on.
Move on. We hear this one a lot.
In the story, Mira's spirit could not move on. To move on means to leave something behind, to go forward, to stop living in a moment that has already passed.
Like after a hard experience, I need to move on. It's time to move on.
Right. It can also mean physically continuing. Let's move on to the next topic. Try the phrase, "I'm trying to move on."
I'm trying to move on.
Now say it like something heavy is on your shoulders.
I'm trying to move on.
Much better. The second expression, fade away.
In the story, the village sounds faded behind Arjun as he walked deeper into the forest.
To fade away means to become weaker or quieter, little by little, until it's almost gone. The light faded, the music faded, the memory faded.
It's a gentle but sad word. After she left, the laughter in that house just faded away.
Beautiful. Now try the sound faded away.
The sound faded away.
Again, a bit slower.
The sound faded away.
Perfect. The third expression, close in.
The trees closed in. Yes, that moment gave me chills.
To close in means to come nearer from all sides, to surround. You can feel trapped. The walls closed in. The deadline is closing in. The crowd closed in around him.
It always carries that feeling of pressure, of having less space, less air.
Exactly. Try the darkness closed in.
The darkness closed in.
Good. Fourth expression, call out.
Arjun called out to the figure. "Who are you?"
To call out means to speak loudly towards someone, to try to get attention or a response. I called out, but no one answered. He called out her name.
It's also used for a different meaning, like pointing out when something is wrong. She called out his behavior in the meeting.
Good addition. Tonight, though, we mean the original sense, calling into the dark, trying to reach something. Try, he called out, but no one replied.
He called out, but no one replied.
Good. Last expression, and this one is important, no matter how.
No matter how familiar the voice, no matter how warm it sounds.
No matter how means even if the level is very high, the result stays the same. It doesn't change anything. No matter how tired I am, I finish my work. No matter how hard it rains, the game continues.
It's a commitment phrase. It carries weight.
Try, no matter how scared I am, I keep going.
No matter how scared I am, I keep going.
Again, with belief.
No matter how scared I am, I keep going.
That's the one.
Step 4.
The Chudail is not unique to one region of India. Versions of this figure appear across the whole of South Asia, in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. The name changes, the details shift, but the core is always the same.
A woman, grief, unfinished.
Exactly. In Hindu tradition, a peaceful death is deeply important. The rituals around death, the prayers, the fire, the family gathering, they are not just ceremony. They are believed to help the spirit move on safely.
And if those rituals don't happen, or if the person dies in pain without care?
Then the spirit is believed to remain, caught between worlds, unable to leave. And the longer it stays, the darker it can become.
The Chudail comes from that darkness.
There is also something important about who the Chudail was in life. A young woman, often a wife, often someone without power in her own home. The legend reflects real pain that real women experienced and still experience.
That's what makes it land so hard. It's not just a monster, it's a mirror.
The backward feet are a symbol. If you know the legend, you look for that sign. You check. You pay attention. In folklore, knowledge can protect you. You cannot be tricked if you already understand how the trick works.
It's a warning built into the story.
Many of the world's great legends carry warnings. Don't follow strange sounds into the forest at night. Don't ignore grief, your own or someone else's. Don't leave someone alone with their pain.
Because pain that has nowhere to go doesn't simply disappear.
It waits. It changes. It calls your name.
That's the line I'm going to be thinking about tonight.
Today, the Chudail still appears in Indian films, books, and television. The image has shifted over the decades, sometimes more frightening, sometimes more complicated, but the emotional truth at the center has never changed.
Grief doesn't expire. That feels true in any culture.
It does, and maybe that's why legends like this one travel so far beyond their original place, because the feeling is universal.
We've all felt something unresolved inside us, something that couldn't quite move on.
And tonight, Mira's story reminds us, be kind, while there is still time to be kind.
Step 5.
We've reached the end of tonight's episode. And before we go, it's time for tonight's scary line.
The moment I both love and slightly dread.
Tonight's scary line comes from the end of Arjun's story. He survived. He made it back. But when people asked what he had seen, he could only say this.
The moment I both love and slightly dread.
Tonight's scary line comes from the end of Arjun's story. He survived. He made it back. But when people asked what he had seen, he could only say this.
Her face was grief. Just grief. Nothing else. A grief so old and so heavy it had become a face.
Let that stay with you for a moment.
It's already staying with me. Permanently, I think.
A grief so old it became a face. That's not just a horror image. That's a truth about what happens when pain is ignored long enough.
It changes. It takes on a shape. It looks back at you.
Tonight's takeaway expression, no matter how. No matter how familiar something feels, pause. No matter how warm a voice sounds in the dark, wait, check, think.
Don't just follow because it feels known.
For your review tonight, go back to any one of the 5 expressions. Choose the one that stayed with you the most. Write one sentence using it, just one, something real from your own life.
Mine would be, no matter how tired I get, I keep showing up.
That's a good one. And if you want a small challenge, try to use fade away and close in the same sentence. See what you create.
Ooh, that's genuinely interesting. As the light faded away, the shadows began to close in. Done. Too easy.
Not bad at all, James.
Thank you. I'll be hiding under my blanket if anyone needs me.
Tonight, we visited India. We heard Mira's story. We learned 5 expressions that carry real weight. And we were reminded, gently, chillingly, that grief remembered is grief that still breathes.
Take care of the people around you before their hurt becomes something harder to reach.
Thank you for being brave enough to listen. We'll see you next time on Scary Stories Around the World.
You just made it through one of the world's most terrifying legends in easy English.